This is the third generation Ford Ranger Wildtrack, and it is more like a dependable office printer. I know you can relate with that. So we are going to dive deep into this car and look at its interior, its exterior, all the good things about it, all the bad things about it, because you're watching Petrolette. Keep it locked. The Ford Ranger is a mid-sized pickup truck that comes in either a configuration of a 2-door configuration or a 4-door configuration. So its production started in the year 1983 and it's still under production. So for the third generation Ford Ranger, it shares a platform with cars like the Ford Everest, and its competitors are the Toyota Hilux, the Volkswagen Amarok, the Isuzu D-Max, amongst other cars. If you are to choose between the Ford Ranger, the Volkswagen Amarok, the Isuzu D-Max, or the Toyota Hilux, which one would you go for? Drop your thoughts and comments down below. And so this car has a 5-seater configuration, and we can look at more details about this car. And so we're going to start by looking at the front profile of the Ford Ranger. And onto the front here, the first thing that you notice is the orange or yellow color of the Ford Ranger. I'm not so good at colors, but you can comment down below this specific color. I think it's orange from my eyes. So when you look at the color of this car, you can find that you notice that there are many cars, the Ford Rangers, that are in this color, and that means that it is the Wildtrack edition, which is the special edition of the Ford Ranger, which was produced by Ford. And also when you come here, you find that on the hood here there is this part that always acts as vents, but this part is only put here for beauty. So it makes the car have a mean look to it. And there is this panel over here that runs all the way, and when you go down over here, you find the lights that were remodeled from the 2011 variant. And when you go down here, you find the bumper has like two parts. There's the orange part and there's the gray part. Down here there is this fog lamp, and when you come onto this part, you have this grille that has the Ford badge on it. And when you see this Ford badge on it, it means that this special edition car, so this Ford badge is always on the Ford Raptors, if you know them. I'm just going to put the picture on the screen right now. That's how the Ford Raptor looks like, and there is a bull bar over here. So this bull bar helps for the car not to get hurt when you hit somebody or when you hit a wall or an obstacle. So that's it. The number plates goes here, and that's it for the front panel of this car. Let's go and look at the side profile of the Ford Ranger. The third generation of the Ford Ranger was built on the T6 platform, and the T6 platform is the same platform that the Volkswagen Amarok was also built. So if you see a Volkswagen Amarok and the Ford Ranger, just know that they share a lot of things. So onto the side profile of this car, first of all, you find that it has some kind of wide body kit on the side here, and there is this snorkel that helps to suck in more air that goes like that into the engine. And there is this side mirror with the indicator lights, as opposed to some cars that have them over here. And when you come onto the door over here, you find that the car is so tall. I'm about 6 foot tall, and you see the car is almost more. Am I taller or the car is taller?
The car is taller.
Okay, the car is taller than me. So we have these door handles that pop out when you open the door, and the door also opens in stages. And there is this step up that when you get into the car, you step on. And it's really nice about it because this car is an off-road car, and there is this Wildtrack vinyl on the car over here, which makes it look aggressive and makes it have an appealing look to it. So there is this shield for the rain, and there is this rail that runs all the way just for beauty. And so it also has a bed over here, so you can carry passengers. You can carry 5 passengers and also carry cargo on the rear part of the Ford Ranger. Let's look at the back profile of the Ford Ranger. You find that this car has its lights on the farthest end of the car over here, this side and this side. And so on this side you find that the tail light is divided in 3 sections. So there is these 2 sections for the brake lights, and there is this section for the indicator and for the reversing lights. And when you come onto this side, you find the Wildtrack sticker over here, and there is this latch that when you hold, it folds down the door over here, and it is laced with this plastic trim that runs this side and this side. And there is this Ford logo over here, and there is the Ranger badge on the bottom over there. And so when I open this tailgate over here, first of all, it has quite a bit of weight on it, and this cabin can hold weight of up to 1,320 kilograms, but you find that people will easily carry more than that. But that's the standard weight that this car is designed to carry. And apart from that, there is this part that folds either inwards or outwards, and it is used to protect your cargo from rain when you're traveling and you have passengers and you have cargo over here. You can just pull it like this and it will cover them from rain. And so onto the bottom part over here, there is this tough bumper over here with the proximity sensors, and the number plate goes here. And there is this part that you can hook your tow bar, and you can tow weight of up to 3.5 tons with this car, which is good. So there is these lights over here to illuminate your number plate, so that when you're getting away from the police, they will easily see your number plate and document it down. So be good, guys. Let's see what powers up these beasts. Under the hood of the 3rd generation Ford Ranger Wildtrack is a 3.2 turbocharged diesel engine that makes around 210 horsepower. So the Ford Ranger comes in different variants. The basic variant being the XL variant, there is the XLS, the XLT, then there is the Raptor variant, which is the big engine and the more aggressive Ford. But you find that there is Ford Ranger Raptor and there is the Ford F-150 Raptor. The F-150 models are not meant for the African market. That is why you don't see much of them. When you see them, you'll find that the person has brought them from UK, because our driving side is on the right as opposed to the US variants. So we can't bring US cars into the market because they are left-handed. We can look at the interior of the Ford Ranger. When I get into this car, I climb into this car, and there is this holder over here that helps you as you climb into this car. This is a high car, and if you're a short person, you are catered for because there's this holder over here. And the first thing that I look at when I get into this interior is the presence of a leather dashboard over here. There's a leather dash with yellow stitching, and coming down here we have this steering wheel that has the Ford logo in the middle part, and it also has buttons on the left and on the right that is used to control whatever you want to control here. It has like cruise control buttons over here, and it has very many controls. Volume, you can control the volume of the infotainment system from this part. And onto this side over here we have the window control buttons, we have the light control buttons, we have the auto lock and auto unlock buttons over here, and there's this holder to open the door, and the door is kind of heavy when you ask me. And there is this panel over here that I thought will be leather, but it's all plastic. You see, it's all plastic up to down here, and there is a small leather pad over here that covers the buttons to open the windows. And onto the middle part of the center console, there is this mirror over here that has a good view when you want to look at the bed or the people at the back of the car. And this car has a front facing camera that helps with the driver's assist. And onto the middle part over here, we have this infotainment system that is quite easy to use. And then there is this part over here that you can use to tune your radio or your volume. And you have 12-volt sockets over here, as you can see. So, and when you go deep into this part, you get two USB. These are not type C, the normal type USB ports. And we have parking assists. You can lock your rear differential with this button over here, and there is traction control, and there is hill descent assist button. And so this car is an automatic transmission, so the gear control, the gear shifter is over here. You can either put it to 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive using these buttons over here. And one thing that I like about this car is that the handbrake is a traditional handbrake, like you release it by pulling this thing and letting it go. And we have a couple of cup holders over here. Over here we have a cup holder at the door over here, and then there is this space that you can use to put a couple of things. And when you get to the seats over here, you can see that it has some yellow and black kind of pattern with the Wildtrack logo over here. And there is the upper part that has leather, and there is this middle part that also has leather. And the good thing that I like about this is that it's not entirely leather, so chances of it wearing out fast is not so much. And when you go to the glove box over here, you get that it has a decent space. It's divided into two, here and over here. And so that's it about the front over here. There is this part that you can use to put your glasses. There is these studding lights over here that you can turn on or off depending on where you want them to be. And then there is these mirrors over here and these mirrors over here. And the purpose of this thing is to protect the sun from hitting your face. So let's look at the passenger experience of the Ford Ranger Wildtrack. The back of the Ford Ranger Wildtrack is not what I expected. You find that many trucks, when you get into the back side, it's always squeezed, or there's no good legroom or no good headroom. So when I get into this car, I'm about 6 foot tall. There is ample headroom, and there is surprisingly huge legroom. And when I sit onto this car, I feel like the seats are hugging me and the seats are comfortable. So starting from this side, there is this plastic padding over here. It's entirely plastic, more like the Pro Box. It's just that it has a small pad over here that has leather. And one thing that I've realized about the back of the Ford Ranger Wildtrack is that it does not have the controls to lock or unlock the doors from here. You will have to control it from the front side over there. And there is these pads over here. There is this space that you can put your files, and they are nice and elastic. And onto the mat over here, there is the Wildtrack logo that looks good. And there is this leather pad over here, and there is this fabric pad, more like the front. And the seats, you might see them as straight, but when you sit, it's in the nice posture. So there is these holders over here. There is lights over here if you want to see. And there is not much going on over here, but you can use these parts over here to hang your suits, to hang whatever you want to hang. And when you get onto this middle passenger side over here, you get these 230 volts sockets that you can charge your laptop. And there is this 12-volt socket over here that you can use to light your cigarettes and do anything that you want over there. And now this leads us to the most annoying things of the Ford Ranger Wildtrack. There is limited availability of the Ford Ranger, meaning that it was not meant for all markets. So if you're in places like the USA, you might miss out on such. The technology of the Ford Ranger Wildtrack compared to some of its competitors, you'll find that it's kind of outdated when you compare the technology to cars like the Mercedes-Benz X-Class or the Volkswagen Amarok. In terms of fuel economy, the Ford Ranger Wildtrack has a 3.2-liter diesel engine and it's thirsty when it comes to fuel. And this leads us to the good things about the Ford Ranger Wildtrack. The Ford Ranger was designed to be rugged and to be driven in harsh conditions, making it versatile and capable. The Ford Ranger has a strong payload and towing capacity. The Ford Ranger is a reliable and a durable truck, meaning that it will give you value for money. So that has been it, guys, for this video. I want you guys to drop your thoughts and comments down below on what I might have left out on this car or what we might have done better in this car. So if you want to see this car or you want to purchase this car or get more about it, come over to Vromex Automat in Kiambu Road next to Astral Petrol Station, and they will give you a good deal on this car. So that has been it, guys, for this video. Keep it locked for more content. Stay tuned.